guys, it's Gina from Orchid and Opal Jewelry and Beads, and I'm happy to say that I'm here with another finished jewelry update today for you guys. I know it's been a couple weeks since my last one. This isn't what I do full time. I do have a job, I have a family and home, volunteer work, all sorts of things. I know you guys get it, we're all busy. So I do the best I can to crank out the amount of videos and the amount of jewelry that I make. So I don't have a ton to show you today, but I wanted to get on here and show you what I have so far, because I think I do have enough to warrant a video. Anyway, so first you guys can see that I did a kind of simple black and clear themed necklace and earring set. This chain you may recognize from one of the recent dollar bead boxes. I had these flat discs, I believe, from a past bead crate, as well as a lot of these clear beads. These teardrops came from a past bead crate subscription. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, I like to do these finished jewelry updates to show you all what I make with all the beads that I get in my subscriptions that I unbox on my videos for you. So you're not just wondering, what do I do with all these beads? It's to kind of provide you guys with some inspiration and ideas. I know I love to see what everybody does with the beads, so I thought this might be helpful for you all. So I wear a lot of black and white, so I thought this would be a great piece and can go with a whole lot of stuff. So I did a combination of beaded in the front with a drop and then chain on the back, which is something I like to do a lot. And just to show you guys how it's finished on the back, I just added a little embellishment there on the back of the chain, and it looks really sweet on. I really like this set. Alright, so then you guys, if you've seen the September bargain bead box, you know I had a lot of fun unboxing that one. I loved all of the beautiful beads that came in that. There were a lot of like blue, iridescent, rainbow, iris kind of beads in that box, which I loved. And it also had like silver toned findings, and I really loved the beads that they sent in that box. So here's the first necklace that I made. You can remember maybe that they had sent this gorgeous flower connector. They also sent a few of these, and this is how I decided to put together the first necklace. And I just whipped up some earrings to go with this set, and also I have a couple other necklaces in these same types of beads to show you in just a moment that they would coordinate with as well. And then these earrings, you might remember, we had gotten these little crystal spacers in a previous dollar bead box, and they went perfectly, I thought, with these earrings. So I stuck those in between these large blue crystal beads and these beads here, and I love how it turned out. I think it picks up the colors really nice. So that's my first little set that I made from the bargain bead box, and all those beads that I loved, and I just kind of did something a little different on the back with these beads here, which also came in that box. And let's see, I have this necklace to share with you guys, also with mostly beads from that same box. So I just did some more stringing. I used some more of those beautiful connectors they sent, used the rest of these blue crystals, and just added some chain on the back. This is some of that steel chain that they had also sent in that box. So I had no trouble finding some different ways to use those gorgeous beads, and I love how it turned out. And then again, little embellishment on the back of the extender that I like to do. So that's my second necklace. And then my third and fourth can be worn as a set. So first let me show you the crystal. You remember they sent like 5 different crystals in the box, and they were all different. I had a gold, a silver, I had this one, and 2 clears. And instead of just sticking this right on a necklace, I decided to do some wire wrapping. So I'm sort of new to wire wrapping. I'm trying to get more practice with it. And I just kind of learned as I went. I took a couple of some thinner gauge wire and wrapped it around this pendant and then wrapped it around the top. This is called a messy wrap. I also attached a split ring to the top ring that they had already drilled in place into this pendant to make that stick out further, to make it easier when I did messy wrap the top, that I wouldn't cover over the little eye that they had already screwed in. And then I just added basic chain to this necklace. It is long enough that it could fit over a person's head, but I did add a lobster clasp just in case. So the idea behind this was like maybe a layering piece, so this would hang down lower. And then I made this necklace, which I love on its own as well. It's simple, and I really like simple. I like kind of minimalistic things. I don't think everything has to be so crazy or ornate. But I think this one layers really well with the pendant. So you could wear either one on their own, or you could wear them together. And I used the same type of chain that I did here to add to the pendant, and then just added an extender in case whoever wears this wanted to make it longer or shorter, and a little embellishment on the end. So really pleased with how all my bargain bead box pieces went together, and I used up almost all the beads from the box. I still have some, but I just wanted to show you because I know if you saw the video, you know I was really excited about those beads. I love the colors, and some of you were like, you know, kind of felt a little stumped as to what to do with them, so I hope that helps a little bit. And then these earrings that I showed you before would go with pretty much any of those necklaces. So there's that. And then for pretty much the rest of the beads from that box, as far as the round beads, I use them, a lot of them, in this pretty wrap memory wire bracelet. And you may have already seen I did do a tutorial, it's called Technique of the Week, on me making this memory wire bracelet. So I showed you how I laid it out, how I put it together, kind of talked a little bit about memory wire, how to make a memory wire bracelet, and you can see, recognize some of the beads in this bracelet that I had gotten from the bargain bead box. I also got, some of you were asking about these shells. These were an eBay find quite a while ago. These you may recognize from my Adornable Elements subscription box unboxings for September. They're Swarovski. I also added some spacer beads in silver tones, but it reminded me of kind of like an under the sea type of vibe with the shells, and then I had these little iridescent stars, and I had one of these little starfish charms that I had been hanging on to, and I love dangling a little charm off of a memory wire bracelet. Just adds another level of detail, and I thought it went really nice. So if you're interested in that video, go ahead a couple videos back and check that out, and you can learn how to make a memory wire bracelet as well. So there's that. And then speaking of tutorials, I had also done a tutorial on these 3-strand or 3-row, I should say, leather cord bracelets. So I have several here, and then these buttons are all from the dollarbeadbox.com. I went ahead and used those. This cord is from bbcraft.com. I have a whole nother haul video on that, but if you're interested in learning about these bracelets, you can check out the tutorial that I created a few videos back as well. The main unique thing here with these bracelets is this knot, because that again just adds another level of detail to these bracelets. And what's great about these is that you can use virtually any beads in a leather corded wrap bracelet. So they were a lot of fun to make. And again, if you want to check out that tutorial, feel free. So I had also made these. And let's see, I'm going to grab a bead mat so it's not as busy and I wanted to show you these couple of bracelets that I played around with recently. A lot of these black and white beads came from the August 2018 bead crate that I did a video on. And these right here are 2-hole cabochons. They're all check glass. These are check glass sunflower beads that are black and white that also had 2 holes. And I love these check glass sunflowers so much that I actually bought some more sunflowers. I was able to seek some out in other colors. So stay tuned for another bead haul video where I will show you some beads that I purchased from Golden Age Beads. And also I'm going to be purchasing some from Eureka Crystal Beads. And I'll do a video maybe combined or separate on that, and you'll get to see some other colors. But I also want to do a tutorial. I'm going to call this the crisscross cab bracelet, where I show you how you can use those cabochons, those checkmate cabochons that are 2-hole, and possibly use them in a bracelet like this. And this is the same application. I just, instead of using the sunflower beads that I didn't have enough of, I just made it all with the cabochons and seed beads. So it's a simple project. I like doing tutorials for beginners. I have a lot of new beaders that watch my channel, and I think that would be something that you guys might be interested in. So if so, let me know. So those are a couple bracelets I've played around with. I like to come up with new patterns and ideas. And then, let's see. So these are my last 2 necklaces to show you. And you can see that it is using what's called a filled tubular netting stitch. It's a filled tubular netting. And I had been wanting to try it with the Lucerna bicones. We get these sometimes in the dollar bead box. If you're a subscriber to them, they are a 6mm kind of rounded edge bicone. And then I also used 4mm, these are just Chinese crystal, bicones as well to do kind of a graduated look. But you may remember I did a tutorial recently on the tubular chenille stitch where I did something similar, and I kind of made this little collar of round tubular beads that are woven together and then just added chain on the back. So I kind of went with a similar feeling, and I love how it came out because I hadn't done the filled tubular stitch yet, but I'd been wanting to try with the bicones because look how perfectly they fit in there. The filled tubular stitch makes these little diamond shapes, and I think that the bicones just fit so well in those shapes. So here's the purple one that I made, and with this one I actually used some 3mm check fire polish beads instead of bicones, just to experiment with that. So it's another option. Instead of using 4mm bicones, you can also use some of your check fire polish. I know a lot of you who are subscribers to the dollar bead box have those as well. And then I just like to add a little embellishment on the end. So yeah, that's what I've made. Actually made one also in a gray and black, but I haven't added the chain to it yet, but that's another one that I made. And I'm working on one final one that is blue and green, and I'll try to show you if I can pick it up quickly. So this one you can see is in progress, because if I do a tutorial on this in the future, I like to be able to show you guys different options of what different colors look like to help you determine what colors you want to use. So that's what I've been up to lately, and I just wanted to get on here and share before too much more time had passed. It also gets really busy during the weeks where I have the bead subscriptions coming in, because that does take a lot of my time to film and edit those videos, which means less time for beading. So there's usually a little bit more of a gap in those weeks, but like I said, I know you guys understand. Anyway, I'm so glad you guys are interested in seeing my finished jewelry updates. It's so fun to be able to share them with you and hopefully provide you with some inspiration. I want to thank all of my brand new subscribers. There's been a lot of you lately, so thank you. I'm so glad you found my channel and you thought enough of my videos to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And of course, all of you who have been with me for a while, I appreciate you guys as well. It's always a lot of fun to share these jewelry videos and ideas and techniques, and hear from you guys and all your great comments and encouraging words. So please stay tuned for much, much more. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to leave me a comment about any of your favorite pieces down below, and I will see you guys very soon on my next video. Bye-bye. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would also love for you to follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and Etsy. Orchid and Opal Jewelry. Thanks for watching!